The valley's smaller here. It's the second quiet. So there's the top of the 4,000 year soil, 232 AD. It's landed, but the trees have grown through it, things have rooted through it. So what would have been a layer immediately after the eruption is broken up and what we call biotubated through the soil. And then this is the Kahara event. This is the primary material from the eruption. And the thing I'm taking so long doing the notes on is you notice the base of it is this very irregular surface.
Yeah.
And yet the top of that layer is dead smooth and straight.
Yeah.
Now where else I have seen this, the evidence suggests that that actually means that this layer came down, then there was a time break of some period.
Yeah.
We don't know how long, but it would suggest there was a time period. Then there's these series of layers ending here, and then on top, you can see this material that's on top is what we call lensoid. It thickens and thins, and this is reworked by running water. So the eruption has finished there, finally, and this top part might have taken some years in total because of growing the domes on top of the mountain. And then this is material that's washed off the surrounding hills by rain and carried down the floor of the valley. And eventually the vegetation recovers, seals this material in, and you develop a soil. And then what's complicated from a geological perspective is you obviously have the modern land surface here, the soil here. This stuff in between only occurs in the valley, so we think this is just reworked somehow. And then within the soil here is Tarawera basalt material churned in along with charcoal. It's very lovely. Do you see that basal bed, fine one, is missing here?
Yes. Yes.
With a little bit of intact Tarawera basalt.
Wow.
And the Kahara itself is disturbed, and there is soil in there instead of the deposit.
That's interesting. So that's the Tarawera eruption here.
Sorry?
That would be the Tarawera eruption.
Yes, 1886.
Wow.
The biggest pieces are about that big.
Wow, that's
Would have wanted a hard
amazing.
hat. And that was very short-lived, that eruption.
Gosh. That's pretty cool.
So it's very complex here, and I don't know how best to tackle it. But there's bits of Kahara material, but as you see, that basal ash bed is missing.
Yes. Yep.
It's just the coarser bed in here filling a pocket. Between the two eruptions, quite what that was, we could debate. But, so there's a little bit, and then up here on the flat, there's our basal bed reappears.
Wow.
So that is undisturbed, and then that is disturbed. That I would infer because it's disturbed the 1886 deposit. That's, European farming settlement and disturbance.
Wow.
You get a reasonably intact section of the Kahara, but again, the topsoil is part of the soil is large, and you're hard pressed to find. Very localized. It's preserved in there.
And that's the Tarawera eruption.
That's the 1886 eruption, June the 10th.
This is the Kahara?
That's the Kahara, yeah.
So what's this here?
That's probably slumping down into something. it looks like that might be where there were trees growing.
Oh,
The roots go down, and when the trees die and it rots out, the soil falls in.
Oh, wow. The
So
earth speaks.
So it's very complex. There is some evidence that potentially Maori must have reached this area in that time gap during the Kahoora event. So where my friend Ray Unum is north, you find the signs of settlement, and it's typically through seeing charcoal evidence of burning. And you see, he specialises in pollen analysis. So up until that point, you get the local forest vegetation, and all of a sudden you get a big spike of bracken pollen coming in, and that's a classic sign that an area has been cleared by natural fire or by human fire, and bracken is the first thing to colonise the area.
Yeah.
And so in Northland at least, that layer is below the Kahoora. Around the Bay of Plenty, it's both below and above. And so one of the possibilities we've talked about, and I don't know if you know Kelvin Tapuki. He's working on the French project I run. Some of the Whare around the eruption, the Whare from the Kaurau area, we think there's the possibility we can relate it to actual events associated with the eruption. So one possibility that would be fun to consider is the whole Aotearoa, the whole long white cloud, wasn't just a normal rain cloud, it was the plume from this eruption.
Oh, wow.
Because it would have been around 20 kilometres high. And so you would have seen it way out to sea. You would have seen it in Northland. It's deposited in Northland, it's deposited to the southeast down towards Gisborne. Not to the southwest, strangely enough. It's just missing down there. But so the possibility arises is that early settlers who have gone around the coast see this thing, and that's the spur to move inland and find out what's going on, what happened, what's this happening. And the eruption would have opened up probably quite a route up the line of the Tarawera River. So it would have made passage up into the hinterland a lot easier, because the vegetation would have been killed and knocked back, so it would have been much easier to go through. So there's all sorts of possibilities around that eruption. It's just at a very opportune time.
So what would the eruption have been? Not the Tarawera, eh?
No, this is the earlier one, Kahoora.
The Kahoora eruption.
Well, so that's the name that's been given to it.
Okay.
People have adopted it. So the three main peaks of Tarawera, Ruawakia, Tarawera and Wahanga, are the last eruptors from this event. So the last things to come out of the liquid rock. These earlier things are where rock has too much gas in it, it fragments, breaks up, so you get what we call an explosive eruption, which scatters ash all over the place. And then at the end, the lava that's lost all its gas just comes oozing out on the surface. That is what forms the current skyline of the volcano. And this, that very fine top bed is occasionally preserved. Much better preserved down to the south. Probably represents the ash coming off those domes growing, lots of little explosions, ash drifting down.
Oh, okay.
Possibly for a year or two.
Yeah.
Would have gone on.
Wow. That's amazing.
So yeah, the degree of disturbance of these hotbeds reflects humans, but which humans at what time is rather important.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Because in we've only been here for 1,200 years, hey, Māori?
It depends whose dates you work off.
Yeah.
The radiocarbon dates evidence for enough humans to be altering the landscape, which is up to about 1280 AD. That sort of figure.
So there were people already here. That's a yes.
At the time of the eruption? Yes, yeah. Yeah, and I do not know the archaeology stratigraphy well enough to be able to say whether down the Great Plains Coast there were already settlements at the time of this eruption, or whether this eruption was a spur for people further north who would have had the ash land on. What's happening here, but let's go find out. That would have been a spur for them to move
Inland.
south, find out where did this stuff come from, what is it, what's going on.
Wow. Ah, yes, I get it now. Yeah. That's amazing. And this is also called Te Whare o Mahuika, and Hene tu Oioi, who was Mahuika's daughter. And so what she's trying to find is the vault line, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, what she's found is the vault line.
This is stable ground.
Yeah.
Down there is stable ground. The fault line runs through it. But it's not simply finding the fault line. It's being able to use these time markers, the volcanic deposits, to be able to work out when the fault moved. Because work she's done around this volcano, work I've done around Taupo, and in other areas of the States, suggests very strongly that the faulting and the volcanism are very closely linked, so that when you get a volcanic eruption, it's often accompanied by the rifting, pulling apart process. And what these trenches allow us to do is to get that level of detail, to see it in the road cut up on the farm road. You can see that the lowest part of one of these eruptions is distorted, twisted as the ground shifted, and then the later part just drapes over it. So you can see that while the eruption is going on, this is when either very strong ground shaking or actual faulting is going on in this particular area.
Wow. So that might So does that then tell the story of the Ngātaroirangi, the ring of fire from Whakari to Tongariro?
Yeah, it's linked in with that in the broad sense. But what we find when we look at the eruption record is there's multiple eruptions. So if you take the sort of long-term view, yes, there is that linkage. We can link the timescales of this volcano, Taupo, Tongariro, they're all interlinked. And on a geological timescale, we're starting to see evidence of the rhythm of the volcanism on the huge long-term scale, tens to hundreds of thousands of years. You'll see how it interlinks together.
That's amazing.
At the same time, the land pulling apart and rifting. Edgecombe in 87,
Yeah.
Rapara in 83, just had Taupo. So Pilar is interested in the faulting and the rifting process. I'm interested in the volcano. And it's very clear that the two things talk to each other. We don't quite understand the language yet, that's coming.